Welcome to Stonemark. This is my open spoiler discussion for Marvel Studios' Moon Knight Episode 6. And if you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button and click on that bell so you can notify for future videos. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, after watching Episode 6 for Moon Knight, I went back and binge watched the whole entire season before I went to go do this video. And I gotta say, as a whole, every episode was pretty damn kick-ass. If you just watch everything all at once, like right after another, including like the 2 opening credit scenes and the 1 post-credit scene that we got in this thing, which I'll talk about that in a minute. But for the most part, as a whole, this series was just so damn awesome. I loved it. It's definitely my number 3 of all the MCU shows that we've gotten so far, mainly because as far as we know right now, we don't know if we're going to see Moon Knight in another movie, in another series, because right now it's just like a one and done and that's it. They're not really saying exactly if we're going to see more, when we're going to see more. Everybody's saying we should see more, we think we're going to see more, but Oscar Isaac was only signed up to do just 1 series, and that was it. He didn't want to get looped in some big, huge, long contract, kind of like he did with the Star Wars movie, which is a whole topic for another video. But anyway, I mean, I thought he was awesome in this thing. I'm hoping he's going to get at least nominated for an Emmy for his performance. And same thing with Ethan Hawke. I hope he gets nominated. And that May Calamaway, I think it's how you say her name. I'm sorry, you know, she is one of my favorite characters in this show, and I hope she gets nominated too. Now, Mohammed Diab comes in to direct his 4th and final episode for this series. Now, I gotta say, just going by his 4 episodes that I've seen, this one was, I wouldn't say it's like my least favorite, but because of the runtime, which is another thing I'll get here in a minute, because of the runtime, it just felt like there wasn't enough. It felt like it needed to be longer. It felt like they needed to explain some stuff a little bit more. Maybe it's just me. Now, showrunner Jeremy Slater and Danielle Iman are credited for the story for this episode. Then Slater comes in again to help out Peter Cameron and Sabir Prasanna to write the screenplay for this episode, which I think they did a pretty damn good job considering like what they were trying to squeeze in this little bit of time that we got on screen. Now, the series finale had a runtime of 44 minutes. Now, after you minus out the recap and the end credits, you're left with like 35 minutes worth of story time to wrap up this whole entire season in 35 minutes, right? And they kind of did, right? We found out that Mark would not leave Steven behind. He goes back and gets Steven, and they're able to cross back over, come back to life. And they made it back in time to help Layla. Now, Layla also, within this 35 minutes, becomes a avatar for Tarawat, right? Which I thought that was kind of interesting that she actually went, and she goes, I had this whole idea for this costume, and like her costume was kind of like almost Falcon-like type feel costume. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Layla character, and I loved it even more when she became one of like the superheroes, you know, because she was already kicking ass before she had the superpowers, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not saying it makes sense, but why not, right? And I kind of liked it anyway. I mean, I hear some people kind of complaining about it online since this episode dropped, but I don't have a problem with it. I kind of liked it. I kind of like to see more of it, but I don't know if we're going to, right? Because we don't know whether or not if there's actually going to be anything else for these characters later on down the road, because Oscar Isaac only signed up for 1 season. That's it. So I don't know if we're actually going to see Layla again. Just like Khonshu, it took 2 actors to bring the god Ammit to life. Now, in the suit on set, we have Sophia Dano, and doing the voice is Sama Mubarak. I love saying that name. I mean, it sounds like a Star Wars name. You know what I'm saying? And no offense. I mean, I'm just saying, Sama Mubarak. That just sounds like a Star Wars name. You know what I mean? And I just love the way it flows. So, I don't know, but those are the 2 actors, or actress rather, that were doing the god Ammit in this series, which I thought they did a pretty damn good job. I'm not familiar with anything else that they've done, but I thought they did a good job. Now, like I said, I did like the fight scenes in this episode. I mean, we had Moon Knight versus Hero on the Great Pyramid of Giza. I thought that was pretty damn cool. Even like the kaiju-like type fight between Khonshu and Ammit off in the background, fighting with amongst the pyramids and everything. That was pretty damn cool, and all the people in Cairo could actually see this thing going on. I mean, it's amazing that now other Avengers showed up. I guess this all happened in a matter of minutes, so it was like over and done before anybody could show up. Maybe we only had 2 outside references to the MCU in the show. There was that billboard on the side of the bus in episode 2, someone in the suit, where it had something about the GRC and that slight reference to Metropole that we had in on our way to go to what's his name's lair, the Midnight Man's lair and stuff like that on the way to him. So that was like the only two outside references to the MCU, and that was it. You know, I mean, again, I thought as a whole it was pretty damn cool. The finale was kind of not a complete letdown, but a little bit of a letdown, to be quite honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And kind of got to talk about that post-credit scene. I said in the last video, they're not going to wait till the last episode to introduce a third personality, Jake Lockley, are they? No, they're going to wait for the post-credit scene to actually confirm that character.
Meet my friend, Jake Lockley.
Hoy te toca perder.
Wait.
Now, that was kind of cool, but at the same time, I want to learn more about this guy, right? What suit does he wear when he pops up? You know, does he just look like that and whatnot? Is that like, what suit does he wear when he's like being like a Moon Knight like type character? And I actually would like to see those scenes, like when he takes all those people out when they flash out. What did he do? I mean, they look pretty damn brutal. I like to see that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we don't know if we're going to see more of that. And I kind of hoping they were going to keep Harrow around for like another story, but it kind of makes sense in the comics. He was just kind of like in and out. So like maybe they do the same thing for this show. He's kind of like in and out. So I thought that Ethan Hawke did an awesome job in this series, and I hope he gets nominated for an Emmy. I mean, he was pretty damn awesome. I got to say, I did like this show quite a bit. I'm hoping we get to see some more Moon Knight, hopefully maybe on the big screen, maybe on the little screen, but we'll have to wait and see what comes up next, right? So, did you watch the last episode for Moon Knight? Let me know in the comments down below. Where does this thing rank with you with all the other MCU shows we've gotten so far? Let me know in the comments down below. And then, like, I don't know, do you want to see a season 2 for Moon Knight? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, I did like this thing, so hopefully we get more. So let me know what you think in the comments down below.